Hello my friends, welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. Finally, international break is over and we're not gonna have any international game until March 2026. Hallelujah. I don't like international breaks, but it is what it is. Time now to focus on leagues, Champions League, and all that. And the sprint start now. We are going to the Christmas period and you have to win your games. If you are left behind, it's over for you. So we're gonna discuss in this video about Premier League match day number 12. And let's go, my friend. Let me remind you the table. After 11 games, Arsenal are top of the table, 26 points. Manchester City are second with 22 points, only 4 points. So look up your shoulder because Manchester City, we all know how good they are in the second part of the season. Technically, it's not the second part of the season yet, but you know what I mean. They are always very strong with Pep Guardiola. Chelsea are third with 20 points. Sunderland are fourth, 19 points. Tottenham Hotspurs are fifth with 18 points. Aston Villa are sixth, 18 points. Manchester United are seventh, 18 points. Liverpool are 8. Can you believe it? United are ahead of Liverpool, who are 8th on the table with 18 points. A lot of 18 here. So the difference is not that much really. The gap is so close. If you draw or you lose, man, you will be left behind. Bournemouth are actually 9th on the table, 18 points. Crystal Palace are 10th, 17 points. Brighton 11th with 16 points. Brentford are 12, 15 points. And then 14th we have Newcastle United, 15th. Fulham 16th. Leeds United, Burnley 17th. West Ham 18th in the relegation zone. 19th we have Nottingham Forest, 20th on the table. We have I wanted to say Southampton, but it's Wolves. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of this video, starting by the game on Saturday. We're gonna have only 2 games on Sunday and 1 game on Monday. So let's start very quickly. Early 7:30 Eastern time in the morning, we have Burnley against Chelsea Football Club. Burnley are 17th on the table. Chelsea are 3rd. The Blues struggle a lot after international break. Remember that. And in the last games that the two teams played against each other, let's say the last game, that was a Vincent Company, right? It was at Stamford Bridge, 2-2 between the two teams, but it's completely different time, different coaches, different teams and all that. I think Chelsea are going to get the job done. It's going to be a very, very tough game. Chelsea 3. Burnley, for some reason, are going to score 2 goals. It's going to be very scary until the end, but I think the Blues are going to get the job done. Next up, we have Bournemouth against West Ham United. West Ham are 18th, fighting for relegation. Bournemouth are 9th. What a game of football this is going to be. In the last games in the Premier League, look at that. Nuno Espirito Santo and West Ham won 2 games in a row. And Bournemouth lost 2 games in a row. So on paper, West Ham got the advantage, but Bournemouth are playing home. I'm afraid this game is going to be a 1-1 draw. Next up, we have Brighton against Brentford. 12th on the table, Brentford, and 11th on the table, Brighton. This game is going to be very interesting. The last game, Brentford, before the international break, they beat Newcastle United. And Brighton drew against Crystal Palace. Wow, Brighton are playing home. I think Brighton are going to win this game 2-0. Moving on very quickly, Fulham against Sunderland. Fulham, by the way, by the time of recording, I heard that Marco Silva been offered a new contract. So let's see how it goes. Sunderland, a surprising team this season, 4th on the table against 15th Fulham. Very interesting game. Sunderland, before the international break, they drew 2-2 against Arsenal. Remember that. And Fulham lost against Everton 2-0. I think Sunderland are going to draw this game away in London against Fulham. It's going to be a 2-2 draw. Moving on, Liverpool against Nottingham Forest. Liverpool, can you believe it? They have all the big stars and the money that they spent last summer. It tells you that money doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to build a very good team. Nottingham Forest are fighting for their lives. Sean Dyche is going to make life difficult for Liverpool. This game, you can tell there is a draw boring somewhere. 1-1. Yes, it's going to be a frustrating game. It's going to be a draw at Anfield. 1-1 between Nottingham Forest and Liverpool. Moving on from the Liverpool game, Wolves against Crystal Palace. Wolves are fighting for their lives. They just sacked their manager before the international break. Crystal Palace are doing good, very good manager. They actually drew the last game against Brighton, and Wolves lost all the games this season. They haven't won any game in the Premier League. I don't know if they drew one. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the last 4 games or the last 5 games, oh yeah, they drew against Brighton. So that is my bad. But they haven't won any game in the Premier League. New manager, I think O'Neill, Gary O'Neill. I don't know. I forgot. Oh, Edwards. I forgot the name. Not Gary. Gary O'Neill said no. But the coach, the new manager. And it's going to be interesting. He's playing home. Crystal Palace got one of the best managers in the world right now. This game is going to be a 1-1 draw. By the way, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, all the good stuff. And also let us know in the comment what you think about match week 12. Newcastle United against Manchester City. This is the last game for the games on Saturday, November the 22nd, 2025. Manchester City, like I said at the beginning of this video, they are very good in the second part of the season. Let's call it after the last international break, they're always very good. So I think Manchester City are going to win this game away 2-1. And it's going to put a lot of pressure on Arsenal because Arsenal need to wait until Sunday so they can play. So watch out, Arsenal, even though they're going to still first, regardless of the result. But it's scary. Okay, now we're talking about the games on Sunday, November the 23rd, 2025. Leeds United against Aston Villa. Aston Villa actually are back on track, to be honest with you. I think this game, Aston Villa are going to win away 2-1. All right, moving on. The big one on Sunday. I'm speaking French here. I wanted to say no London. Okay. North London derby. The North London derby on Sunday. Arsenal against Tottenham Hotspurs at the Emirates Stadium. This game is going to be epic. Arsenal drew the last game actually against Sunderland 2-2. Gabriel is injured. Timber is injured. They have few injuries in this international break. So you don't know how good Arsenal are going to be. All right. And Tottenham also got their fair share of injuries too. But I have that cheeky feeling that this is the time that Tottenham Hotspurs are going to the Emirates Stadium and bring 3 points home. So I'm going to say Tottenham 2, Arsenal 1. How about that? And then the last game for match week 12 is going to be on Monday. Manchester United against Everton. Okay, United are in good form. Let's give them credit that they deserve right now. In the last 5 games, they haven't lost any game. They drew the last 2 games, but they're still on track. That guy still needs to wait 5 wins before cutting his hair. But I see United doing the job here, bro. I think Manchester United are going to win this game 2-0.